Bedwars is a simple game. All you have to do is gather resources, get materials, and most importantly, break the opponent's bed. But there's one thing that happens in every single Bedwars game, and that thing is winning or losing. It happens in every single Bedwars game. Now, if you do have the right strategy and you have learned how to play the game most optimally, you are probably going to win a lot of the time. But for most people, they're going to lose. But what if you never lose a game of Hive Bedwars? How far could you go? Could you go to 100, maybe even 200 wins, maybe even 1,000 wins? But then a question occurred, how would you even do this? But I think with the right game mode, not manure, not squads, not duos, not even my most played game, Bedwars Solos, can use this method. Now, Bedwars Mega is the perfect game mode to do this challenge in. Because since there is 2 teams, you can win 50% of the time, which is already pretty good. But the thing about Bedwars Mega is you can have a lot of teammates. You can have about 12 teammates in one game. And with this amount of teammates, you can probably win every single game. With the right team and good enough players, people can probably get maybe even a few hundred wins in a row. And using the party feature, you can invite players that can easily help you win a ton of games in a row. Now, all we gotta do is find these very good players. Now, that shouldn't be too hard because there's a lot of them and we can jump straight into the games. Now, for these next few games, we're gonna just play a few maps, do some challenges, and overall just see if this team can get a few hundred wins in a row. But little did I know that we're gonna be getting a bit more than a few hundred wins. Now, for our main strategy, we would each buy blocks, maybe buy some armor, but usually buy a block, sword, and just rush both of the crystals. Now, some of these players don't even need swords. They can just use their PvP skills, instantly break the bed with no armor, and come out on top against iron players when they have 0 armor. Now, since these players are pretty good, we had no problem sweeping through the first few games, and it was going by very fast. Maximum a game would take would be around 3 minutes. Now, for this plan, we wouldn't be getting too much XP, but we would get a lot of wins. And very quickly too, because all we gotta do is get some blocks and bridge, maybe get a sword, break the bed, and instantly win. Now, to make it not too much of a grind, we would switch out maps every single few, like 50 to 100 games. Now, with this, we are going to not be getting the most optimal maps to get the most quickest wins. But that's fine because we have such a good team that usually there would be no one to stop us. And for the next few hundred games, we didn't have any problems. We were zooming through these games, we were going very serious, and all we gotta do is break the crystals and win. But before we go through more of the video, I would like to ask you to subscribe because we are very close to 30 subscribers and each of you counts so much. So consider subscribing. It's free and you can always unsubscribe whenever you want. So it would be very helpful and it will recommend my videos when I post them into your recommended, so you can always stay tuned to more videos. And back to the win streak. And for the next few games, I didn't really do much. They weren't too exciting because if I even just stand still, most of my team would be completely fine just without me because they win most of their games anyways. But with more people that actually know how to play the game, it was very easy. But that all changed on this game. Now, it's probably a good thing to know is that I didn't record all 1,000 of these games, but I did record 1,000 to 107, because that's where the win streak unfortunately ends, at 1,007 wins. Now, what happened in this game that made us lose? Well, first of all, we played on this map. Now, this is one of our worst maps because it does take a while, and it's not that good for rushing. So we would already be at a disadvantage. But little did we know is that with our few amount of people, because we didn't have everybody online, there would be a bunch of players good enough to stop us. And we were making a ton of mistakes, like not getting enough blocks, not having enough people, and all of these players trying to stop us. Now, keep in mind that we weren't playing seriously. We were just trying to have fun because we already hit 1,000, so we were practically done with the win streak. We were just having fun at this point with the 1,007 win streak. Now, we did die, but that shouldn't be a problem. We can just get some gold, get iron armor, which we usually never do because the games go on so fast. Now we can buy a few blocks, we can get some extra blocks, and it shouldn't be much of a problem. But what I didn't realize is there was one player that can stop us, a hacker. Now, a hacker uses hacks to get an unfair advantage in their games. So they can easily fly or use knockback hacks or even just get some extra hits on us and make it unfair to play. But since they didn't get kicked this game, they were able to win charge me and made me fall into the void. And that's where it ends. I had lost the 1,007 win streak. And I had lost. All of the months of grinding was for nothing. Well, kinda. There was one thing that I didn't tell you about. Now, in that game, yes, I did lose, and we did lose the win streak. But not for all of us. If you remember, not all of us was in that game. So, the majority of our team kept the win streak of 1,007. So, we can continue the win streak even further. And I'm not sure if anybody can beat it, but that's the story of how I lost the 1,000 win streak.